Last night, I fell in love with a pickle. I can tell you more if you're willing to listen, but you have to tune in to T Money Talks.
Hello again. Welcome back to T Money Talks. I hope you loved that intro because I truly enjoyed it.
I want to thank you for the opportunity. No,
So, how did you first meet this pickle?
I mean, stuff happens, stuff gets spicy.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Too. It's good for
I'm
the
just
rap.
kidding.
Jamie confesses he really has ah.
Oh man, I'm just kidding, folks. I am just kidding. It's just another episode of T Money Talks. We're doing things a little different today this week because
Crazy week.
yeah, it's been a crazy week, so I felt like, you know what, we just need to blow off a little steam, talk about what we did this Christmas holiday time of year,
Holly jolly.
and now we're just gonna talk it out. Elephant Gym and any other songs that just have a fat bass line that just
It's
make me
lovely.
want to groove, that has been my vibe lately. Every time I put them on, I'm just like, ooh, time to
It's
dance.
Bass brings the motion to the ocean.
It does. It truly does. I went to go turn off the song, and then I just started
They
dancing,
were
but
getting down.
like a little old man, just move my
It
arms
was a
up and
boogie.
down.
It was a bop.
And then I'm in my head, I totally zoned out and got lost in my own thought because as I was dancing, I was in my head we were recording the podcast, we were doing it, and I was telling you this exact thought right here, what is happening right now. This is what I was telling you, but then I came through and I was like, oh my god, I'm dancing still. And here we are now, because I came out of that, and now we are here ready to tell you all about our holiday cheer and other things that are not quite as slumber.
Oh, that was smooth.
I didn't know.
Alright.
I didn't know where it was going.
No, I was digging it.
I lost it at the end, as you can tell.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we'll see. It's a vibe still, I'm also tired.
yeah.
I'm also tired.
Same.
and
I feel like we're always tired on this podcast.
Okay, but here's the thing. I feel like I'm not just tired. I'm exhausted because I've come to the realization that I'm exhausted because of all the walking and all the physical activity I've been doing, and I haven't realized I've been doing a lot because it's all been
Yeah.
kind of sporadically short, but in 5 days in a row, I've been doing a lot of moving. But yeah, no, I've realized I've been just moving, for a week straight, and now it's just kind of hitting me how exhausted I am from all the walking from after 9 months of not doing anything.
And all the parties.
Yeah, so many. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Amelia's party, Amber's party. Things have been popping off. I have been moving. Christmas Eve, you had to work on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
That's right. Dang nabbit.
I just want to say to all those companies who have unnecessary stores open, such as CVS,
CVS and
I
CVS
just want you guys know,
only.
you guys are freaking Starbuckses now. Come on.
They are.
They're on every corner.
Yeah.
People want to be home with their families. We have 24-hour stores.
Yeah.
Why if you need to get something that bad.
Open?
And then, I would really understand you guys if you guys left the pharmacy open. But my thing is, you don't leave the pharmacy open. You just leave the front of the store open. And more people are coming in to get their prescription than they are trying to get, Christmas stuff. Just to let you guys know.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
and I feel anyway, Anyway.
As a consumer, I think it would just make more sense to only keep the 24-hour stores open rather than the ones that aren't 24 hours, because then what's the point of the non 24 hours ones to be
Yeah, and
open
then
on
for
a
the people
holiday?
who want the hours, you can just open up the hours, so the store's not short-handed either
There
during the
you-
Christmas rush.
There you
Yeah.
go. Look at that problem.
Look at that.
Money Talk, solving CVS problems since 1989.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just big companies. Come on, don't do stuff like that.
Let's eat the rich.
What's wrong with you? Come on. It grinds my gears.
But for every year of Christmas Eve, go to my grandparents' house. I don't know why I did that. I just felt
Do it again.
I'm just that's just how exhausted I am. It's the TikTok all over again.
Yeah.
But yes, I always go to my grandparents' house, and I love going because Christmas Eve isn't even Christmas Eve anymore. It's just freaking tamale day. Because that's why I go.
Start calling it
Because
tamale day.
from 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m. they're like making tamales like an assembly line in my grandma's kitchen. Every year, forever. But except here's the thing. When I was younger, I hated tamales. I despised them. I never wanted to be
Why?
around them. I was like, that's nasty. Get it away from me.
Was it the work or was it the texture of the food for you?
I don't even remember, but I just know for my entire childhood, my grandma would have to make one of my cousins or my aunts like take me to McDonald's so I could have something to eat that day. And because my grandma loves me so much, she would do it she would make someone do it every year, whether they wanted to or not.
Yeah.
She's like, you were gonna feed this child. Until one miraculous year, Amber was like, forget this, and just shoved a tamale in my mouth. And I was like, hey, this ain't bad. And thus I love him now.
That's amazing. What
Yeah.
a great story.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, that's pretty cool. I'm glad Amber was the person to do
Yeah, me too.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So now I eat them every year, and it's like every year, apparently someone doesn't realize I've started eating tamales, like I don't know how many years ago, you know.
Oh my God.
And it's like, what, Teresa? You're gonna eat one? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna eat 10.
I love
You
your
know?
family members' impressions. It is good.
I just feel like I don't know, you know. I'm better at being other people.
Ooh.
Just kidding. I'm Team Money. No one's better than me.
Confirmed.
But anyways, this year it wasn't as enthusiastic as past years, you know, of course,
Yeah.
since my grandma. But I mean, other than that, like I don't know. I was bored most of the time, if I'm being honest. Like me and Violet, we just hung out in my grandpa's room, just like watching TikToks and like just that's about it, and then just hanging out. And then, or I would hang
I
out
think
with
she
my
was
little.
watching Naruto last time.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, I'm so glad she's watching this at this age. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, I love her so much. And then I would hang out with my other little cousins, because like all my cousins that are my age were helping make tamales. So I'm like, I just eat them. I don't put in the work. I'm sorry. So I hung out with the little cousins, and then because they were hanging at my aunt's, we walked over, and they were all prank calling their friends. And so I was like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, prank calling our friends. And I was like, oh, let me prank call one, you know? And they were like, okay. And then so I was like, what's this guy's name? You know? Because like I'm about to blow these little kids' minds right now.
Oh my God. What did you do?
And my little cousin Ezekiel gave Dylan the number to call. And I was like, Ezekiel, what's his name? And he's like, we call him Cash Money. I'm like, okay, sure, Cash Money. All right. And so it starts ringing, and then he picks up. I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? Because I had no plan. I was like, please let me be funny right now, please. Because I went into this totally improvising everything. Like I had no plan for anything. So I was like, okay. He picks up immediately. I went into a Russian accent.
Great.
I was like, "Hello, Kish money," and the kid was like, what?" And then like all my little cousins, they were all just like dying because like they couldn't believe like I changed my voice, like I started doing this accent, because like that I was like, that's already, I'm already golden, like I've
Yeah.
already won. The call could end now and they would love it.
Yeah.
But no, the call continued. And I'm like, "Hello, cash money. You have won cash prize. Tell me address. I will give you all information. I will cash money. Are you there?" And then he was like, and then he just hung up the phone. And then they were all the little cousins. They were just dying. They loved it. I was like, "Yes, I have
Great.
won. They love me
I
now."
kind of just want to go to the phone book and start calling people by Cash Money. This is Samantha. Cash Money. Yeah. I catch your drift. Don't call this number again. I'm Samantha. Cash Money. No.
Oh my god. But yeah, then after that phone call, they were like, "Oh my god, let's do more." I was like, but I wasn't down to like keep prank calling these kids. I mean, like I totally would have if they wanted to, but then luckily like my aunt came over and then she was like, "What are you guys doing?" And so they they didn't prank call their friends. I was like, "Oh, thank goodness."
That's cool.
But after that, they wanted to hang out with me for the rest of the time. I was like, "All right, cool. Maybe these kids I won't be bored anymore."
Yeah.
Nah, they were just as boring.
Aw.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I loved them. They were all fun to hang out. But we did have our boring moments because it was like sporadic, like moments of fun. Like that we'd find something to do, and then like we'd get over it in like 20 minutes, and then we just go back to sitting around like, "I'm bored."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like nothing was able to stick that
I
night.
hate that.
But I mean, I still had fun, like we all still had a good time. It was hard to like keep the momentum like going, That was the hard part. But other than that, I had a really good time. And then Christmas Day was the next day, and by golly, was that one hell
It was.
of a day. That was one heck of a day. We had steak and lobster tails for dinner. I make a mean steak.
She makes a mean steak, folks.
And I tried the lobster tail for the first time. I don't know. I'm willing to try it again if I could season it myself and probably let it like marinate for like a day. I think then I would really like it, because like it wasn't like when I was eating it like, "Oh my god, I need to spit this out right now." It was kind of just like, okay, this is an awkward texture, but I'm like, let's just roll with it. And then I was like, okay, no, it's fine, it's not an awkward texture. And it was just like I had no flavor, so it was really just like fishy, like I couldn't taste like any like seasonings in it, which kind of sucked, because it tasted like it could be really like really amazing. So I'm willing to try lobster tail again, or lobster in general. I'm definitely open to that idea. But the dinner was lovely.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was also pretty crazy though at the same time, just Christmas Day in general.
Yeah, well, for Christmas Eve, I had to work, and people were actually being surprisingly sweet that day. It was still work.
Lovely.
It was still work, but people being nice. Came home. I don't know what I did that night. Was it one of those nights, Christmas
Oh
Eve?
yes.
Did I go to sleep?
Yes. So when you came home, we all opened one gift.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, like, we went to sleep.
I'm dead. Yeah, I've been so tired. Like,
Yeah.
legit. Like, it's just been an exhausting season. But then Christmas Day, I'm gonna skip straight to dinner because that's the good part.
Ooh.
Yeah, my mom threw down this year. I was so proud. She was lit. She did lobster. She did lobster, but she did a lobster. Excuse me, lobster mashed potatoes. When I say these lobster mashed potatoes were so good, I had a to-go plate, and before I left, I ate it.
Oh
Like,
my Lanta.
it was just, anyways. So not only did we have lobster mashed potatoes, We had
What you
lamb
have?
chops.
I ain't never had a lamb. I never had a
Oh
chops.
my gosh. You know what? I feel guilty because I used to be a vegetarian. I'm
I'm,
trying to get
I'm,
back there still, but I'm about
I
to
could
tell
not
you.
let him.
T Money is the reason today why I'm not a vegetarian.
I do apologize, but I
I'm not
mean it
mad
in the
at her.
kindest of
I'm
ways.
not mad. You know, she's just a friend offering me food, and how could I say no? Like,
We've compromised.
we did.
We've compromised. If he does become a vegetarian again, once a month, or no, once every 3 months, we'll have a nice fancy steak dinner
Yeah,
together.
so I was like, you know what?
That's
I'll
our
be one of those
compromise.
vegetarians. You know, I'm
Only
doing air
like three,
quotes right
like
now.
3 months, or like every
Yeah,
however
I
many
think I could just
months.
reduce the amount of meat I eat in general. So you know, it is what it
Exactly.
is. But anyways, she made lamb chops, and as cute as lambs are, I felt horrible. It was so good. And I'm gonna get this crazy devil meat eating monster out of me one day. I will, but
It's
like,
just so
it
hard.
was so good. When I say like it melted in my mouth, the texture. Oh, we go to this really fancy restaurant. Well, it's not really fancy. It's just an expensive restaurant. Foco de Chao in Beverly Hills. Like we go there
Ooh.
and like they
Ooh.
serve you meat on a stair and like you know you just chop it off and it's like the most fanciest of meats and salad bars and whatnot or whatever.
Ooh.
I think it's good. You know, I can say that. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like it's anything out the park, but you know, it's good food. You know, it's something I look forward to when I had it. But
Mhm.
anyways, they have lamb chops there that are smacking. When I tell you, my mom outdid these.
Ooh.
Oh my god, they were delicious.
Did they send you flying into
They
outer space?
did. Like when I just so it's like I haven't had my mom's cooking in a while, and I'm a thick boy, so I eat my mom's cooking. So it may have been part of it, but at the same time, this was off the chain. She also made like some like spinach, and she usually does like a lemon garlic zesty thing kind of going on in there, and it's so delicious. It's so limey and savory, and it's just like the refreshing part after all the heavy meats and stuff. And then she made homemade biscuits. Oh my god. I didn't know my mom even knew how to make homemade biscuits. Like usually I'm used to her just doing like the little
Pillsbury?
yeah, and those smack for me.
They do.
I mean, it's my mom throws down. I'm not mad that she's never made homemade
Yeah.
biscuits, but this year she did, and when I say they smacked, like I really wanted to bring some home so you and mom could try my mom's cooking, but like when I tell you I ate that second plate,
I
there,
know, I
bro.
know, I know. Like I was like, if he could not make to home like with it,
It,
I already know.
it
Like
was
yeah.
good because I really don't even be eating like that. He will tell you anymore because when I first got here, we were
We
grubbing.
were oh my, we were so
We were out of
bad.
control.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I was
Horrible.
probably driving mom crazy with that microwave.
Oh my
Yikes.
god.
Oh.
But we're better now.
We're trying,
We're better now.
but
Whew.
yeah, and then yeah, I think that's all I had. And then she also made a peach cobbler, and that's one of my. I don't like sweets. I'll eat sour candy. I'll mess with gummies, you know, every now and again.
Gummies.
But my thing is like sour candy. Like if I'm gonna eat something quote unquote sweet, like that sour. That's just my thing about sweets. They're just everything about them is too much for me. Like it's not that they taste bad either. It's just like I'll take a bite and I don't even want to finish the first bite. Like that's how I am.
Yeah.
Like you know but like now since I've gotten older, I will crave like a piece of cheesecake, like or something like that,
I
or like my
love
mom's peach
cheesecake.
cobbler. Cheesecake is popping.
It
It
is.
is. It's just most of the time it's too
delightful,
much for me. But
delectable, the
Mhm.
perfect top of crisp in that crunchy
I
crust.
had like a mango macaroon cheesecake before.
Mm-hmm.
And like I thought it was gonna be disgusting. I was like, this sounds exactly like what I don't like. but, but like when I tasted it, like I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
Like it was like the refreshingness of a king white pie, but cheesecake and but mango flavored. And like it was sweet and zesty and kind of sour and citrusy,
Mm-hmm.
but then like because if I eat a cheesecake, I like a graham cracker crust.
Me
That's
too.
just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Oreo and all that. That's cool for everyone who likes that real sweet stuff. But like no, the
I
graham
like-
cracker
yeah,
gives it
that's
just the perfect.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I mess with too many. But anyway, yeah, like it. But instead, it was a macaroon textured type because I don't know, like I've had a macaroon before and like This texture was a lot more chewy, but in a good crunchy, like consistent way. Like it was,
Okay.
but like still had like a chewy, like to it. Like it was so good. Like it was from the Cheesecake Factory, and like honestly, and I've had this same cheesecake in the OC, and it was crap. But this cheesecake at Victoria Gardens, whoever the chef who made it that time, like loved what they were doing. You can taste it.
Ooh.
Like they went to school for cheesecake. Like it was good because like I don't like sweets. I don't like desserts. I rather eat food. That's
Yeah.
that's how I've always been.
Yeah.
Like I've people are like all excited for the ice cream. Give me the ribs. I want the steak. I want like whatever the grown folks ate.
Yeah.
I don't want these chicken fingers. I want like what's that? What's lobster? What is that? Pasta? Come on, pass that over here.
Well.
Like I quote I was a thick boy, but still am to this day.
Well, speaking of sweets, my mother came up with a game of finding candy canes.
I really wish I can't wait to see all the video on this.
Yeah, so my mom loves to do like Christmas games where we all like win money or like a gift card or something, like we do these games, compete for cash. We're gambling the family. Family style.
That's what's up.
And so she found this game where you hide candy canes like throughout the house or in the backyard, whatever. Pretty much imagine Easter, but candy canes. And the person who finds the most candy canes won like a $15 Starbucks gift card, I think is what it was. And so my mother had to hide them all before everyone got here. So that means by the time everyone does come here, all the candy canes are just like already like set out around the house. And so like I go downstairs and then mom's like, don't look around. I hid the candy canes. No cheating, okay? I'm like, mother, well, what? Like, what do you mean no cheating?
Y'all should have been honest.
Like, what do you mean no cheating? How could I not look around when everywhere you look, there's a freaking candy cane hanging? And I go, listen here, mother. I need every advantage I can get because I cannot run. So like I did like look ahead to like know where they all were, but they genuinely was because I can't run. So I did need every advantage I could get. So like I could try to, compete. But anyways, needless to say, by the time like everyone got here, like my cousins, and then they were all asking like, Thea, why are there candy canes everywhere? And then she would tell them, don't you say anything. And then so everyone know, so this funny. Is a game, so now everyone's like looking around at the candy canes. So by the time we finally get to the games after we ate she's telling everyone the rules, like no pushing, no shoving, no, like no fighting. And then she tells us there's 49 candy canes hidden in the house in the backyard. If the person who finds the most gets the money, and then that's when things went crazy. That's when I was like, what? I'm gonna lose. Because once she said go, everyone they booked it, like everywhere they could remember they saw a candy cane. So like I got 6. And that was just
who had the highest count?
Ashley. She won.
How many did she get?
I don't remember, but we didn't find all 49. We found 46 of them. Did
she get like more than 10?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, Ashley had like a handful of them.
She's all like throwing them.
Oh no, Amelia, she was just as worse. She was like searching high and low. She also only got 6 though. No. Me and her, we tied. We didn't win that one. I just couldn't.
Did they tear the house up?
Yeah, they tore the house. No, not like that. But they were like pushing each other because everyone's like, we want this gift card.
Yeah.
But that was the wild one. The footage for that one is gonna be pretty funny.
What are the other candy cannons? I bet someone ate it though. I just didn't want to say anything.
It was on the side of the house.
Oh, you guys found it?
We found it. It was on the side of the house.
It's like that one person was like,
yeah.
They brought this.
Yeah, and then after that we played. Then she found another game where like you tape money to a table and you like roll like push a water bottle, and if it lands on the money, that's what you win.
Yeah.
And we did that one. That one was fun. But Amelia, ooh, every time she could not land on any money, she would slam that table. That child. Ooh.
I feel like she should just like shoot like a little like mob boss scene like somewhere where she's having a fit. I feel like she'd just kill it. Like
Oh, she absolutely would. That
slapping the
child
table.
loves to hurt people.
Oh my.
But yeah, it was a very wild Christmas. But it did end early. It ended around like 6. Which was kind of nice because I was kind of tired also. You know, all the running and stuff. The ruckus and the steaks and the lobster all making us fool like, you know. I was like, alright, get out of town. I'm ready for bed.
By the way, tune in next week to find out what happened with the two pickle lovers.
Ooh. But yes, I also got a new game for my Nintendo Switch. I'm invested in Harvest Moon now. Like
Oh.
I'm up to like $37,000 already.
Ooh.
I have a chicken, I have a sheep, I have a bunch of crops. Like I am making bank.
Okay.
So I'm very invested now.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
that's been taking up quite a lot of my time lately. Quite a lot.
I wish I can get into those games. I just don't have the patience.
I just loved the Harvest Moon I played on my PSP, and so I was
Yeah.
like, I just needed that like, you know, that, you know, like give me my dose, you know, like slap me up, doc.
Right. I mean, that's honestly what I love about the Switch. You just get all the same. You just get everything in one, and
Exactly.
then some.
Like the only downside though I don't like is that when I put Harvest Moon on my TV, like when I play it like through the TV, I have to put on my glasses.
Really?
Yeah, because I can't see the freaking screen clearly.
Oh.
But it's the only game.
I
It's
kinda
the
wanna
only
watch you
game.
play it, though,
Oh, I would
sometimes for a
absolutely
little
love.
bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think you would like it. It's really
I
relaxing.
think maybe I need to try more role playing games now that I'm older.
They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of
Sometimes
fun.
I just get irritated learning what every little thing does. Like the thing about it is you have to teach yourself. There's no really like tutorial.
I think that's my
in 'em.
favorite part.
And,
I
like,
love like having to teach myself. Like,
I'm a
all this.
weirdo. Like my favorite thing about a game sometimes is the tutorial. I love a good
I
tutorial in a
hate a
game.
tutorial. I
know
skip all
everyone
the
just I'm just like
tutorials.
I want to know
I
how
just
to
I
do all this.
no I
Like,
just love to figure it out all by myself. I just, you know, that's what I love is
that's from back when I was a gamer though. I mean, like, but, you know, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm pretty bad at video games now. Honestly, I used to be pretty smooth, but now it's just like I lost my hands.
yeah, I feel like
Because when I tell you, I used to kick some butt at Mortal Kombat. Like it wasn't no like same button type notes type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like no, I knew these combos like the back of my hand. Like if you gave me Melina or Jade, oh my god, I'd KO you in like 12 seconds. Like it was my bread and butter, bro. But anyways,
yeah, no,
yeah, I don't know where my hands went.
yeah, I used to game a lot when I was younger. Like I think I had like my 12th or 13th birthday party at GameWorks because like I was like I've loved video games like forever, you know. And so, but then like at some point I like stopped playing video games,
Me too.
and I don't know why.
It was honestly like even after I got my last like serious gaming system was the Xbox 360.
Mine too.
Yeah, so like it's just kind of like that's the last time I really like gamed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I thought the Kinect had a lot more potential than I gave it.
Yeah.
Sonic Riders was like
I don't like that.
I know, remember you telling me it was a lot of work.
Yeah, it
It's a
was
workout.
too much work.
I liked it though. Like I mean, because I liked it because it was like an adrenaline rush, and it was pretty cool. It was one of my favorite games, period, on the PlayStation 2 as well. Because I mean, graphics wise for that game back then, it smacked. It was pretty good looking. So whereas what's Sonic's nemesis?
Dr. Eggman?
No, the
Shadow?
other one. Shadow, yeah. There is this really good Shadow game where he had like a sniper or something,
Ooh.
and like that game smacked too. So like imagine like Sonic with a sniper.
Oh.
And like it was pretty cool. It was a lot more of a darker story too than Sonic, which is cool about Shadow. Actually, if you read the
Mm-hmm.
comics, it's pretty like, or like if you read any of the stuff on it, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But some honestly, Sonic, it's like because like as the Sonic series like continues, like Sonic's not more of a, like just a blue hedgehog. He's like the embodiment of like pure speed, and like
Oh.
it gets a lot more majestic. Like and like so their enemies are like weird
Mm-hmm.
time warping. Like it
That makes
gets
sense.
like it gets a lot more. I know there's like the kitty like super
Yeah.
cutesy Sonic. But like then there's like this the like the advanced the shit Sonic. Like, I don't know what this movie was all about. I thought they could have done a lot more stuff, especially as
Mm.
much as the Sonic story progressed, especially in the video games because the storylines were on point.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, last game. Then I also love the PlayStation 2 as well.
Yeah, a
Oh
garage.
my
I'm not
gosh.
garage band. Oh my god, who am I? Rock Band and Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero is the reason why, like,
Guitar
I
Hero
finally was able
smacked.
to get a real guitar. Like,
Yeah.
because I was like, I just like, I went from one day, I just went from easy to like expert, like in like a
Did you
span of like a month.
That's sick.
Yeah, and I just like after that, I feel like that was when my mom finally realized, okay, maybe this child is serious about learning how to play this instrument, and that was when I finally got my Walmart guitar, first axe guitar, and I was like, finally, and
I
that's
can only expert on Barracuda and I highway to hell.
no, yeah, there was one time I was just determined to. I was like, no, I know this is not how easy these songs are to be played, you know. So I just figured like the higher the level,
Yeah,
the
I know.
similar it would be to like
I can
actually
mess up
playing
on
it.
medium on every other song.
But I mean, there actually is like, but you're just pressing buttons, so it really doesn't do much. I mean, it did in a sense help loosen
I
my
think
fingers.
also deciphering notes in your head, low key, as well, because a
Yeah.
different color kind of helps with the exercise of deciphering
Yeah,
things
and
along
then
the
because
line.
yeah, the way you have to
You
move
know?
your fingers, there's a finger drill that like I teach people when I do teach them how to play guitar. I like tell them this finger drill to do like every day for an hour, and it's literally just pressing those buttons. I mean, but you do it on your guitar strings, you know, you just go up and down. But essentially, it's what you're doing on Guitar Hero. You're just pressing buttons.
They did come out with a version on. It wasn't from Guitar Hero. It was the
Is-
other ones.
Yeah, Rocksmith
Where they
for
actually
Xbox
did
360.
have like a controller that were actual strings.
They also did another one, Rocksmith, where you could plug in your actual guitar.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I had that one. I did not like the game because, like, I mean, like, yes, I understand. Like, I totally understand. But, like, at the same time, it's just like, why? I don't want to do all this work. But then again, maybe that just makes me a lazy musician.
Does it actually show you how to play the song when you
Yes.
play the game?
Yes. So the way it works is it's like you could either that's how that's how a lot of people are started to learn how to play guitars because you could learn how to play the guitar from that game. So the way it works is like you'll tell it whatever like skill level you are, and that's how it'll like and it pretty much you'll like you could grow from there, you know, like so you start off like on a simpler and it'll play you the song. It'll just be a little bit slower, a little bit like less not as hard as
Intense,
chords. Yeah.
It'll give you like the bones of the song. Okay.
And so, like, but every time, whatever song you choose, it makes you tune your guitar to like whatever tuning it is. So, like, if it's in standard tuning, it makes you choose put your guitar in standard tuning. If it's in like drop D, you gotta do drop D. If it's in like half step down, then you gotta, you know, so like you constantly have to change the tuning of your guitar to play every song because not every song will be played in like the same tuning.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that. I thought this was just all about skill.
No, tuning does change. Like for all of my guitars, I play all my guitars at half a step down from standard tuning. And that's just because I don't need to do it now anymore because I can like I don't sing flat anymore, but when I was first learning to when I was first like basically teaching myself how to sing, I would go flat a lot. And so putting my guitar in a half a step down from standard, it was easier for me to not go as flat cuz the notes were just a little bit lower. And so and now I just like become in love with the sound of half a step down tuning, and that's how I keep all my music.
That's cool. I feel like you should put that in your documentary one day. Like,
I want to make a documentary for this
It's
new
like-
album. I
low
low-key
key,
kind
that's
of
pretty
am.
cool. It's like sounds like the on the road to greatness type of stuff. Like, you know.
Yeah, because I started a TikTok for Now or Never, because I rebranded my Now or Never socials. You know, I now have a fresh new band page for Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, where you could go there and it will just be my music things, no other personal things like it was before. So it's a little bit more like organized and stuff. And I feel like as I write this album and as I release my songs on like Spotify and like all streaming platforms, because that'll begin come next month or like next week, actually, or this week, like yeah, because January is like right around the corner. I'm gonna start releasing like all the songs. And so what I'm thinking of doing is like as I release a new song or EP each month, I'm gonna make like a little TikTok, the 1 minute video about like how the song came about, like, and then like, oh, by the way, you could go stream it now on Spotify or whatever. So I'm gonna do kind of like a documentary style thing, kind of going starting on my TikTok, help grow some more followers there.
Right.
But what were we talking about before we got onto that topic? I totally lost.
Some along the lines of like we were originally was talking about Christmas, and we started talking about dessert, and then I went on to my whole spiel about why I don't like dessert, or I started talking about sour candy, and then I started.
We were talking about games.
Yeah. Games.
Yes, games. Yes.
Yeah, but that's basically all I had to say about that whole Sonic Shadow thing. Like that, I don't know really how I got into that either. But
I know it's been a while. I mean, I've been having it's a wild time, but it's all right. I figured we were gonna just kind of talk
also,
about more than just Christmas.
2, Tekken. Oh my gosh.
I do not think I know that one.
Tekken. Anyone out there who knows Tekken, I challenge you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I take it back because now I'd probably get my ass kicked. But if I got Chrissy Monteiro, or the only person I could not be in that game was King. And let me tell you, what do you imagine when you think of like a fighting character game, and these people are like, how they usually tend to be good looking.
Yeah.
Like.
For the most part, chiseled chin.
Yeah, all that type of
muscles.
stuff. Exactly. What do you imagine a fighter named King?
King? Like the king?
Like King, just King.
Okay. Let's see. I see a man in a little bit of ripped pants, like the pants looked a bit rugged. He definitely, he probably is not wearing a shirt because like he's so ripped or something. This is just how I'm imagining
pretty good.
The fighting character, so like I'm imagining like he's probably gonna have like no shirt, like ripped to show his muscles or whatever. I feel like he it sounds like he would have like a very like pristine jawline, because like if with the name of King, like you would want like him to look like royalty in a sense, with
he
like
definitely has a royal factor,
with some like nice like hair, or like maybe even a bandana in his head, like tying around his forehead. That's what I see.
Okay, let me tell you what King in this video. Think of like a really buff wrestler, then put a leopard head on that.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Not even a lion.
Is he Tarzan?
Not even a lion. An actual leopard head.
Like it's not like is it a human head, or is it just like
a
leopard?
No, it's an actual leopard head.
Like Coven?
Yeah, think of that, but a leopard head and
Why?
like wrestler pants.
That's terrifying. No.
When you would think,
no.
So let me mind you, there's usually assassins. There's like, there is this other foreign character, but he has his own little thing. His name is Yoshimitsu, and he's like a demon from like the underworld, and he's like coming to protect like the realm of some kind and all this other type of stuff. But like, there are more bizarre characters on this game. Like you can fight as a panda for some reason. And I'm trying to also think of another one. On later versions, you can fight as a tree stump.
I would.
And it's like one of those characters where it's the random character in each game, but it's like,
I feel like that's who I am when I play fighting games, because like everyone always underestimates those characters.
Yeah, no, it's very useful sometimes, because what it does actually when you start playing it, whoever you're fighting against, that's who that person's like most prone to lose to. So like if you do happen to know that character and you're playing with that character, you can beat toes, because some fighting games are like that. There's just some characters that can't beat other characters if you're skilled. Like it's just virtually impossible. Of course there's a way if you have skill, but I'm just saying, like, average player to average player, you're gonna get handled by this one character if you choose this other character. But anyways, yeah, like, no, Tekken was a pretty wild game. But anyways, back to King. Like, This dude, like you would,
I cannot. I
he his
cannot.
move list was ridiculous. Like you know how like move lists are like 3 to 4 pages, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a lot. That's a lot for games today. But like
Yes.
this fool had like 20 pages of moves. So whoever
Why?
was the manager of King
Like,
character just went above and beyond. Like
jeez.
it would say like begin, and this dude will grab you and like just take your entire life bar, your entire life bar, bro. And there'd be nothing you can do about it. You can push every single button to try to cancel it out.
Yeah.
Like it was like it was like getting grass and being folded into a square, basically. Like this dude would crack your neck,
Oh
break
my
your
god.
arm, fling you
Well,
across
I
the
mean,
room,
yeah, he's a
then
freaking
catch you in
leopard.
the air and smack you to the ground, and then like come over and do these crazy wrestler moves and
What
like break your back,
Oh
and
my
like you'll
god.
have like an inch of like life left. Like if you're lucky. Most of the time, like I'll get to like right before like the final match and expert move, and it's King,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, oh my fucking god. Like it's like there's no way I'm gonna get out
Oh
this.
my
Like
god.
yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, it was the most ridiculous, crazy character on that game.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope somebody got a kick of that out there. Any of the nerds listening, I hope who play Tekken, I hope you understand how my struggle with King.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, but also then after Christmas was Amelia's party, birthday,
Mm-hmm.
little crazy meal.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were there, she got roller skates. You know, she got some not roller skates. She got she got roller skates. Roller blades are the ones we like. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, she got roller skates, and it was funny. She she kept falling. She
Poor
didn't know what she
thing.
was doing, but she loved it. She was like she was determined to learn, and so like my other cousins like helps her because I can't do anything because I'm like if this woman like she drops, I'm dropping with her.
Yeah.
But she did that, and then she had me ride her bike. I haven't ridden a bike since like I don't even know how long since the last time I rode a bike, I went on a bike trail with my friend. We rode all the way basically to like Upland and then back here to
Oh
Fontana.
my god, what is wrong with you? That does not sound like a normal thing I'd be able to do without
I don't
like
know how I
train-
did that.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
I mean,
know.
it
I was
probably when you're on there, it's
distracted.
probably not that bad
Oh
if
no,
you're
it
having
wasn't.
fun.
It was going back. That was a hard time.
Mm.
That was the time I kept having to tell him like, hey, can we like take a break? So we took like 5 breaks like going back to
Yeah,
my
no, it's
house.
low-key a
It was
push.
and it was at night too.
At least it wasn't hot.
So yeah, it wasn't hot. That was good team. But anyways, yeah. So Meal was like, here, write it. And I was like, it looked kind of small. I was like, you know what? I might be too big for it. But anyways, I got on. The last bike I rode was in physical therapy, and that was like nailed into the ground.
Yeah. Well,
So I get on her bike and I start like going. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I got this. And then suddenly I'm going a little bit faster.
Oh,
And then
Lord.
I'm like, and then suddenly like I have to realize I have to like make a turn. And then like, but I'm going fast and I'm like trying to slow down. And then I'm like trying to like hit the brakes, because like it's not the one where like the brakes are on the handles. It's like you gotta like do it the pedals.
oh no.
Yeah, and
it's
so-
fixie style.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's a child's
no.
bike, it's a bike for kids.
I feel like no, that's still such a. Because what if they just start taking off down a hill? Like, what? Why wouldn't you put, especially on a child's?
Yeah,
bike,
I don't.
It should
Anyway,
have safety handles.
I don't
You
know.
should have a button that says stop practice.
No, and then so I'm like, and then like I'm trying to like slow myself down, and then I realize my foot like it's not, it doesn't have like it wasn't letting me like go back enough. Like my foot, it's not ready to like go into that position. So like I'm not
Yeah.
slowing down, and then I yell, "How do you stop this thing?" And then meanwhile I'm going pretty fast, and so like I just like like take my feet off the pedals and like start using my feet to like stop
my
myself.
God.
Because like I was going so fast and like I thought I was gonna hit the wall that it was triggering, like it triggered my PTSD.
Oh,
like I legit
no.
like I like stopped myself like right from hitting the wall, and then I like got off and I was like I need to like go inside and like recuperate, because like it really did, like it was scary because it felt like I know I wasn't going like 45 miles an hour.
No, yeah.
You know, but just like being on something that I'm driving or I'm using to like make myself go,
Yeah.
and then not having control of it, and then like
Yeah.
almost like crashing, like it was it was really hard. And I was like, okay, yeah,
Oh.
now I know I'm not ready to drive.
Mm.
And then what, I don't know why this had to happen. Then this
Oh, no.
last night I had a freaking nightmare that like we're in mom's car, we're driving, and mom's driving, and then all suddenly out of nowhere she's like, Teresa, you need to drive, I can't drive anymore. And I'm like, what? While we're on the road, like we're on the road and like in my dream, and she's like, yeah, I don't want to drive anymore, here, you drive. And I'm like, what do you mean me drive? And then
Oh.
somehow like she like, I like look at the road, and then like suddenly like I'm in the driver's seat and she's in the passenger seat.
Jesus.
And then I'm like, and then like I'm like, okay, fine. It feels like the bike again. I'm like, okay, this is fine. And like I'm doing the gas or whatever. And then again, like I, in my dream, I'm like, okay, we're going too fast. We're going too fast. And I'm like trying to get to the brake with my foot, and I can't get to it again. And then like we're coming in, suddenly there's no more road, and we're going into like a dead end.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what is happening? And mom is just sitting in the side of the seat, like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh man, we are 48 minutes in. Like no care in the world, you know, like like what are you gonna do? And then like somehow like the last minute, I like before we hit the wall, I slammed on the brakes, and then like I woke up, and I was like, wow, that was hard. It was really hard.
Oh, but it's kind of good that you were able to slam on the brakes before you woke up.
Yeah.
Because then you know you got this. You know.
Yeah, it was, but
That's-
it was
maybe
it was stressful.
I bet, but maybe it was like when you were trying to tell you something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I hope I guess.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Just, you know, like that
Yeah.
happened. I did not realize how long we have been running. It's about to be 50 minutes
You're
in on this
kidding.
podcast. I'm going to have to edit out quite a bit, I think, just
Mm-hmm.
to like tone it down. And anyways, we're just gonna leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's podcast. I do apologize if it was a little long.
Yeah.
We did not mean to. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do my best to edit it down. Anyways, I hope y'all had a lovely holidays.
Merry Christmas.
So until next time,
Happy
guys.
Kwanzaa.
This is T Money saying, live your life,
I forgot
because
the
you're
other
the
one.
only one who get it. All right, bye.